Good morning, everybody. This is my last article for the day, and today we're going to be talking about fired X-Men '97 showrunner Beau DeMayo claims Disney instructed to make Magneto and Professor X less gay. So this is during before Beau DeMayo got fired and all the court cases he's going through right now. They wanted to try to make Magneto and Professor X less gay because, of course, Beau DeMayo, of course, he made morph into a non-binary character, non-binary, because in the first one, in the X-Men original show, Morph did not seem to be gay and all that nonsense. But of course, just because he shapeshifted into females, it doesn't make him a non-binary, you know. But let's read the article and you guys let me know what you guys think. Beau DeMayo, the fired X-Men '97 showrunner, recently claimed he was instructed by Disney executives to make the Magneto and Professor X less gay. DeMayo shared his experience following Screen Rant's coverage of a rumor from IGN's Alex Stedman, which cited multiple anonymous individuals at Disney and claimed that Disney executives blamed the failure of Lightyear and its inclusion of gay kiss and instructed Pixar creators to make Inside Out 2 less gay. One source told Stedman, "It is, as far as I know, still a thing where our leadership, they'll bring up Lightyear specifically and say, oh, Lightyear was a financial failure because it had a queer kiss in it. That's not the reason the movie failed." Regarding Inside Out 2, Stedman wrote, "Multiple people recall hearing about continuous notes to make Riley, the main character of both Inside Out movies, come across as less gay, leading to numerous edits that ramped up around September 2023 after the resolution of the WGA strike. Sources described rumors that there was special care put into making the relationship between Riley and Val, a supporting character introduced in Inside Out 2, seem as platonic as possible, even recurring edits to the lighting and tone of the certain scenes to remove any trace of romantic chemistry," he added. One source told him that Pixar did a lot of extra work to make sure that no one would potentially see them as not straight. So, it's like this, Beau. A lot of the projects that Disney has done, doing representation on identity politics, on the woke agenda, and all this nonsense for kids' shows and movies and animation, has cost him dearly. So if he was instructed to make X-Men '97's Magneto and Xavier less gay, then hey, just leave it the way it once was in the original X-Men show. You know, that's what you should have just done. But let's see what else we've got. DeMayo reacted to Screen Rant's coverage writing on X. He heard the same words, less gay, on X-Men '97 when it came to Magnus and Xavier, as well as marketing. Heard the same words, less gay, on it when it came on Magnus. Yeah, that's when he wrote that. So, but look what happened with with Inside Out 2. It made money because people loved entertainment. That's what people want. They want entertainment. They don't want no woke identity political nonsense. That's what they don't want. So, you know, Beau, I know you're handling a case right now and everything, but try to understand, dude. Fans don't want woke ideology. They want entertainment. But let me say this. The season 1 of X-Men '97 was a success. It was a good hit. With less woke nonsense, but it was a success. And I enjoyed it. So, and of course, I made my opinion of what I thought of the show. But let's continue this article. He also reacted to Attitude's coverage of IGN's writing on X. "This happens a lot more than you think. Often it's done more subtly. For example, the X-Men '97 crew and I fought hard to have Storm's skin tone darker and more accurate to her heritage versus the original show." DeMayo continued, Marvel noted that if we're being so accurate about her skin color, then Storm shouldn't have white hair either. These sort of micro-aggressive notes are designed to domino backwards to kill the initial idea, as Marvel knows we're not changing Storm's hair color. He then accused executives of racism. Then came the usual racist, well, if Storm's too dark, we won't be able to see her in nighttime or dark scenes. We went ahead and did it anyway. Turns out there's a thing in an animation called lighting. In another post, he went on to claim that at one point during the show Disney requested he put briefs on Magneto when he was crucified on X. DeMayo's original idea was to have him naked. DeMayo wrote on X, originally he was nude and the beat played as dehumanizing torture. It was Marvel's idea to put him in briefs. The crew and I were so beaten down by that point, we just gave each other looks, knowing their note would be the opposite, such as ignorance. Mm-hmm. He also claimed that executives misinterpreted two males exchanging a look of brotherly solidarity before battle as too gay. He claimed that one executive described it as a creepy. DeMayo's claim are suspects given the show was heavily promoted by claiming that Morph was non-binary as part of Empire Magazine's April 2044 magazine. The outlet shared a brief tease of Morph's story and character. The outlet's Helen O'Hara wrote, the death of shapeshifters Morph in the original animated series, it didn't stick obviously. Was shocking for young viewers and it stuck with DeMayo. DeMayo then added he really set the stakes and he had a very interesting relationship with the team because of trauma. Next, O'Hara shared, this is a lighter take on the character who is non-binary and has an interesting buddy relationship with Wolverine. The character passed with Mr. Sinister. The show's villain could also come into play. DeMayo previously indicated that Worf would be a so-called non-binary character during an X-Men 97 panel at San Diego Comic-Con back in 2022. While introducing the character, DeMayo stated, Morph decided to show a little bit of a different side to themselves this season. We're going to go with the changeling look. DeMayo made it clear to use themselves rather than refer to him as a male. DeMayo also revealed during an X-Men 60 Uncanny Years live stream hosted by Marvel that the entire series was based on his experience as a black gay man. He stated, came up with a pitched to Kevin Feige, and you know him, and Brad could not have been more supportive and also just encouraging to make sure we got it right. I think one of my favorite parts was like they were truly interested in like what my experience as a black gay man was not and was and how it was going to inform the story we were telling. And that to them was like that is how we're going to make this authentic, he continued. DeMayo and Marvel Animation also cast self-described radical queer activist J.B. Kaliak to voice the character. In an interview with TBR, Kaliak discussed the backlash Marvel received for wokeifying Morph. Jesus. He told the outlet, I'm a queer activist. I run a nonprofit that advocates for queer representation. I also co-founded a voter registration organization. I know that what's going on in the world, especially politically, so no, it doesn't surprise me at all. I think that I appreciated as how much counter backlash there was with people like have you watched the X-Men? Are you familiar with why they were created and what they are about? Did you forget that was reassuring, he added. Kylie then detailed, I haven't really taken offense with anything anybody's published as much as they have tried. There was one article that called me a radical queer activist and listed the insidious mission statement of my organization, verbatim of what was on the website. I was like, facts, no lies here. Thanks for the promotion. Not only did Karliak confirm he's a radical queer activist, but he also shared how the show is trying to normalize his activism when he was asked about Morph's pronouns. He said two things about that. One, as far as I know, we're never going to say the word non-binary because nobody said the word non-binary in the 90s. It's not that it didn't exist, it was just in no way a mainstream term at the time. Morph's understanding of who he is could equate to what a modern person would say is non-binary, but he just doesn't have the terminology for it. He continued, at the same time, they them wasn't a concept in terms of using it as pronouns. The promotion of transgender ideology was also defended by the original X-Men animated series creator Larry Houston and Eric Lewald. For me, the word non-binary is the same as the word shapeshifter. Every character that can change from one gender to another or from human to animal, that's just another word for shapeshifter for me. As for Lewald, he pointed to more shapeshifting into Rogue, Storm, and Jean Grey in Season 2. He has said he attacks Wolverine and closest friend in the most dramatic way by turning into Jean Grey and putting his head on Wolverine's neck and leaning in for a kiss. That's as non-binary as you can get. It's Morph turning into a woman and coming into Wolverine to freak him out. He explained. It was all there in Morph's character. Now it becomes such a social thing that I think people will be more sensitive to how it is used. That's the only difference. We didn't see a problem in reading him and didn't feel he was any different. I will say this, Beau. Look. Let me just go back over the top. I will say this. For Beau to address that kind of thing, bro, I'll let it be. I'll let it be like that. Yes, Morph has a way of trying to humiliate people by turning into people that other characters know and tries to give them their weakness. But it's just that I just did not like what they were trying to do with Morph, making him a non-binary, because in the show, in the 97 show, he felt different than what we saw in the original X-Men series. That's, to me, something. I did not like how he felt. It just felt different. But despite it, the show was a big hit. It was a success, and I enjoyed it. I really did. Despite that little woke nonsense that they try to push a little bit, it was a success. But for Magneto and Professor Xavier, they're not gay, man. Yeah, they had a brotherly relationship, good brotherly relationship, but they are not gay. So, if Disney told DeMayo to not try to make them gay, don't make them gay. But we're going to see what Season 2 has in store for X-Men 97. We're going to see what they have in store. So, you guys let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Beau DeMayo's claims? Of what has been going on with X-Men 97 and what you think of the show. So, if you like the video, hit the like button. Share this video. Post a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts about this article. Do you think what Beau DeMayo said is true? Do you think it was a good thing to make Magneto and Professor X less gay? What do you guys think? And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for me. Alright guys, I'll see you all later. Bye for now.